Hey 7th grade students, this is Mr. Stivers. I'm here to help you on this video with your 7th grade all county music. Now this is not the same video you've already seen about the Unison A2 that you've been tested on. This is the one that pertains just for the 7th grade alto saxophones, and it looks like this. Alright, so if you can get that one out with me. Okay, first thing I want you to identify is the key signature. Alright, so for us this is our F major, which is concert A flat. So I'm going to play that scale, and I want you to play that back with me. If you need to pause and get your method book, you can. But here we go, the F major scale. Okay. Now you notice that the piece ends on a D, not an F. So this is actually in D minor. But the relative major, you know, in class is F major. So this piece is in minor. It sounds sad, so don't freak out because you end on a D. It's meant to be that way. All right. So without further ado, why don't we take some of this? The quarter note equals 66 beats per minute. I'm going to play through, and I just want you to reference how I'm doing some musical things. Maybe they aren't written in here, but it's stuff that I would like for you to do. And then I'm going to go back and teach you on some of these points. Here we go. So some things I did in there, maybe you're thinking, wow, if I put a metronome on, Mr. Stivers didn't quite follow that. And you would be right. So what I'm doing is just a little bit of rubato, and because this piece is in minor, it has some tension. It has some things that don't sound resolved. So it's meant to push at times and then pull back. So that's a normal tendency when you learn to play musical, especially in minor keys. So let's take the beginning here on things I did. 7th graders, I don't think any of you know vibrato yet, so I'm going to go through this example with you without using vibrato of my jaw. Let's take the first two measures plus pickup. Okay, you'll notice on that I did the phrasing appropriately with crescendo and decrescendo, correct? Those of you who are playing on the D, okay, this is D, and you're going to C sharp, you got a lot of fingers to let up. I'm going to ask that even though the tempo is slow, your fingers go up quick. Otherwise, you're going to get a delay sound that sounds like this. And it come out late. So think, and it'll help. So keep the air going and don't be delayed on it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing in the third and fourth full measure. You'll notice from the D at the end of the fourth measure, and I go to my mezzo forte, I did not take a breath. And I know based upon what you do in class that you can stretch yourself to do the same. So I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to let you get your pencil ready, okay? Get your pencil ready, and I want you to put in where I'm breathing. I'm starting at the beginning. Right there. And I think you can do it. So put a breath mark above that quarter rest and measure 8. And if you can't, I think an appropriate place to breathe without interrupting the phrase would be okay, look at measure 7 after your tie D. But I think you can get there. All right. If you're starting to notice some of the rubato, the push and the pull that I'm doing with tempo, I encourage you to practice on that, but don't be too liberal with it. Okay, I'm going to start in measure 8 on the piano note, which is the A natural, and I'm jumping an octave. Reminder on your octave key, okay, your thumb is to be flat already here, and all it's doing is rolling forward. That helps with the quickness to it. Otherwise, if you have the wrong technique, okay, it's going to be delayed. All you're doing is rolling forward. It's called the thumb rest for a reason. The thumb is there. I like to tell my private students that I'm taking a nail and I'm putting it right through your thumb and it's not going anywhere. All you do is roll forward. Here we go. Measure 8. I'll give us 2, 1. Okay, so some things I want to encourage you to do. Go after that mezzo forte crescendo. There's no dynamic written for us, is there? But I want you to really take that to a good forte with good tone. Think of an open throat when you're playing through. Okay, that'll help. Another thing, I would in pencil right above measure, what is that? 8, 10, 10. Do not rush. That's going to be a normal tendency in that phrase, so in that measure. So write do not rush. Hold yourself accountable to it. And if you notice what I did the last 2 measures of the pieces, I did a slight retardando there. So write RIT to help remind you. And that E to that D goes sharp, so make sure you're dropping the jaw. That way it's going to help you keep that in tune, okay? Keep the air going fast even though you're playing that soft. Otherwise, it's just going to evaporate and it's going to be like a cat got your tongue moment. So hope this video has helped you to be more musical on your piece. And you can watch this as many times as you need to and take those points into consideration as you prepare for your audition. Best of luck, students.